thoughts on the game tonight?
Just unbelievable effort by our group. I think defensively in the second half we were fantastic and really undersized in the post today, but we were just a little more tougher than they were today in the post, and you got to give Desiree a lot of credit. Sydney's only played 6 minutes, but they're good minutes for us, and she continues to get better. And really, this is all about just a fantastic team effort. And as you can see, last 2 games, who won the rebound war? We did, and that's when we win ball games. So we were down at half, came back and won it by 3, and really just defensively we were outstanding.
Coach, it just seemed like during the third and fourth quarter where you guys started connecting and making your run. What was your message to your team then?
Well, Bakersfield plays such good post defense, number one, but number two, they really pack it in. We run the dribble drive, so when we drive the basketball, in the first half, we had trouble getting it dumped off to Des, and then we weren't hitting our outside shooters. And then the second half, we were able to hit what we call the drag behind our drive and the skips, because they were all in there on the drive. It opened up the skip passes. So, Tapia had a great 2 or 3 great skips out. Mara Graham, Trey, they all found the open shooters, and so they did a great job adjusting at halftime.
Coach, 10 for 21 from 3. Talk about that, the shot selection there. It felt like every time you guys had the game close, you hit a 3, and it just sparked the run. Talk about that performance tonight.
It really did, and I think that, again, it goes back to that dribble penetration and then getting kickouts, and all our guards did a good job finding shooters. But you're right. You think about Amara Graham's big 3 when they cut it to 1, and then Val Tapia hits a big 3. Haley Jones comes in, freshman, and does what she does. Amara Graham 2 for 4, and then Traylon Tyler's just a baller. She scored 27 again tonight, 5 for 10 from threes, and she didn't take a bad one.
34 points in the paint. Talk about just being aggressive in the paint and getting through Bakersfield's tough defense.
Yeah, we did a good job creating gaps, and we don't set a lot of screens, so we have to create gaps to drive, and I thought we did a really nice job of cutting and moving and getting gaps to drive in. It was good stuff.
And now during that fourth quarter where you guys kept pushing out the lead, there was a call with less than 2 minutes left. How big was that call to keep possession with the shot clock winding down?
It was really big because I think it was down to an 8-point game at that point. So that was a big call. Went to the review, and they reviewed it a long time. Val actually said she touched it, but I don't know if she touched it last. So, but we'll take that call every time, and then she hit the big 3 on the play, I think, get us back up 11. Yeah.
Being down 8 at halftime, what did you tell the girls to focus on the rest of the game?
Just what we talked about earlier. We got it in deep, skip it, and to find the open shooters, because in the first half we weren't doing that, in the second half we did. So, yeah.
With Grand King.
And defensively, they kind of hurt our zone, so we went back to man. We started the third quarter in zone, and then we got back in the game down 8 or whatever it was. No, 11. We got back in the game with our man defense.
It just seems defensively during that third quarter where you guys were getting a couple of consecutive stops and then pulling back into it in the third. Amara Graham was just able to spark a couple of those runs. Did you feel like she came out very inspired today, besides for the fact that you guys were also short-handed?
Yeah, Amara did a great job, but when we rebound the basketball and hold them to one shot, we actually have pretty quick guards, and we were able to get out in transition, and Amara did a great job, Val did a great job, and then we got a couple transition threes, but it was all the running game. We wanted to run 54 and 10 up and down the floor as much as we could, and I thought we did that.
Grand Canyon coming up Saturday, one of the leaders. What adjustments do you want to see from your team from the last time you guys played these guys played in Grand Canyon?
We played a great game down in over in Phoenix. We lost in overtime, but we had some free throws to win the game that we just missed. But we played great, so we know we can compete with them, and we know we can we match up with them. They have two really good post players, and so again, that's going to be where we're a little bit thin, but we'll find a way. We'll compete.
With senior night on Saturday, last game at UTRGV this season, what are some things you're going to tell the girls, and what do you want to tell the fans?
Well, we just want to play hard for our university. We want to, when you, like Megan Johnson's been here 4 years. She's had a great career. She'll get to play on Saturday. She's coming back from injury. Her mom's all the way from Australia and family members. So it'll be a big night for her, being the only 4-year player. And then our other couple seniors. This university has done a lot for them, and they've done a lot for us. So it's very important that they go out in style as seniors, and they can remember this day for years to come.
And Traylon Tyler with 27 points.
She's not bad. She's all right.
Was there a point in the game where you knew it was going to be a special night for her and try to get the ball in her hands as often as possible?
Yeah, I think I can't remember if it was the second. Yeah, it was the second quarter. She was the only one that could score. Like, we were really struggling to score, and I said, Trey, it might be you may have to really take over here, and that's exactly what she did. So she took good shots too. She didn't force anything, and she blew 2 layups. She should have had 31, right? So she had a great game.
And now, with this team being shorthanded with a couple players out, and then unfortunately Lopez going down, in the third quarter, how can we expect, not only Traylon to step up, but other players on this team to step up coming down the stretch heading into the WAC tournament?
Well, we'll have 10 again on Saturday with Megan coming back, but Tiffany McGarrity's a really good player. We just have a lot of guards, so now next man up, here she comes. So she'll get in the rotation, and it's hard to play 11 and 12, but certainly we can play 9 or 10, and it's her turn.
Do you feel like having like an all-guard lineup could be a good thing for you now that you could have speed all over the floor?
Hell yeah, absolutely. I like playing with guards for sure. You bet. There's what do they say? Speed. Can't teach it, can't coach it, but you sure love to have it. So,
And Lopez goes down with the...
She'll be all right. She's a tough kid. I don't know about Saturday, but she'll be back for the tournament. She'll be ready to go. Yep.